here, we'll build this out, or we were going to build it out one at a time. That's all right. We'll get into this stage here nonetheless. So this is just to reiterate what Mike was describing before in terms of the landscape that you're likely to have. And again, this is based on conversations we've had with both prospects and customers. If you're likely to have to be selling on multiple different sales channels, that could be a combination of marketplaces. As you can see there, you may have a web store potentially. That's one of the options we're seeing. Again, to Mike's point, it's becoming increasingly more common to have that. In addition, still maintaining the relationships with retailers, which you can see there on the bottom right-hand corner. Of course, beyond that, or even on the flip side, I should say, all of that's the front office side of things. If you look at the back office, so to speak, naturally you're going to have an ERP, so you'll have NetSuite there. Of course, a PIM, as well as two important aspects with regard to that, as you're likely to have, is your banking integrations. Mike mentioned it before in terms of open banking. In addition to, and again, this is leveraging from not only from B2C, but also from other aspects in other industries. Being able to do analytics, for example, is a crucial and a critical aspect as well. And hence, having a data warehouse in place is, again, becoming increasingly more common. Of course, to be able to do that, you require A, a significant amount of data, and B, having that data coming in and flowing into the data warehouse in a timely fashion. So if you have all these different applications, all these different collaborations, if you like, between systems and, of course, partnerships, you'll want to have a way to communicate or get these all to communicate, which again is where you have the concept of an integration platform, or as it's known, a middleware. And this is really what this diagram is trying to illustrate, is rather than having all these different systems communicating with each other, communicate with a single bus, if you like, or a middleware. And then from there, essentially they're all interconnected as and when needed ultimately. Now, if we build this slide, just one more aspect there, and we'll see that this is really where Celigo is very, very strong with. So connecting several different systems. In fact, beyond just the system conversation that you'll see in a moment in the next slide, it's really about the automation of business processes using integration. And you'll see in the title of this slide, this already gives you an idea of what sort of architecture you might want to have. Granted, it is high level, so we do welcome you to reach out to not only Celigo, but to the Result team as well to get more detail about this. But really, the idea is to start from a place of a common understanding and then building the landscape, if you like, one step at a time. Mike asked something very important there in terms of why Celigo, and it's also a way to understand when Celigo is best positioned to fulfill the requirements. And if we head over to the next slide, we will actually see the reasons why customers tend to choose Celigo.